Hello everybody, welcome to Nova Bright Gaming. Today we're going to be playing Decktective, The Will Without an Heir.
Alright. This is just the caution. Don't look through the deck or shuffle the cards. Alright, we are members of the City Watch. This is just information about what type of game it is. Goal of the game, we need to solve a mysterious case. I'll read the introduction here.
Alright.
Amsterdam, the 18th of June, 1698, 7:15 p.m. Cornelius Clue's country villa. The coach in which Tobias the coachman picked you up arrives at the villa of Cornelius Clues, an old Dutch merchant. Tobias guides you into the study of Mr. Clues, who lies on his desk. A visibly shaken woman and two men have been waiting for you in the room for nearly 3 hours. They also sent for the doctor, but he has not yet arrived. However, one does not need a doctor to understand that the man died some hours ago. The group of three points to an open safe where there is a still sealed will and tells you that a necklace is missing. It's time to start your investigation. How did Cornelius Clues die? Is his death linked to the will? What happened to the necklace?
Alright, next card. The crime scene. Place the game box bottom into the lid. When you are done, flip this card. Alright. Then we have take the next 3 cards. And then we insert them into the
A, B, making a crime scene.
yeah, it's a little building.
That was cool. It's got the inside and the outside.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Read card 7.
Flip this card and put it in the box. Make sure to orient it as shown in the picture. So, okay, it's a rug. And in the picture, the footsteps are coming in the window. Like that.
It doesn't look like they go to the safe.
No. But it goes to the guy in the picture, right?
So maybe it's the murderer.
Yeah. Take the next card, E, flip it, fold it along the dotted line and slide it into the crime scene as shown. If you prefer not to fold the card, lay the crime scene on top of it as
So it's the
shown.
footsteps coming to and away from the window.
And then we check one last time that the crime scene has been assembled correctly, then discard this card. Take a look. That looks good. That looks good. Looks good to me.
Oh, the investigation. The crime scene is your starting point. You may look at it now and during the game. It may provide information and useful details. During the game, you will draw and play all of the cards in the deck. Some cards show evidence useful for solving the case, while others have useless information or plot twists. To solve the case, make sure you share your most important information with the other players and discard the less useful cards in the archive. To the archive. Flip this card and place it near the crime scene. It is the first card of your archive. So, that's our archive. So I see a pile of something on the windowsill.
Yep.
Looks like that candle was burning at some point. There's soot on the wall.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
There's bags of whatever by him. Looks like a pipe for smoking fell on the floor. safe is open, but I think we knew that. There's footprints, dirty footprints from the window, and they go like this far and then stop. So it doesn't look like they went over to the safe, just far enough to like maybe murder him at the desk.
Alright.
There's a bloody handprint on the wall outside. This stuff spilling here might be what's on the windowsill, like maybe it was tracked in.
Okay.
I don't know that there's anything useful on this side. Alright. Alright. Each player draws one card from the top of the deck and keeps it secret. Keep drawing one card each until you each have in your hand. For 2, 3, or 4 players, 3 cards each. So 1,
3.
Okay. You can read any face-up cards on the table and talk about them. You cannot show your cards, nor talk about them, nor write down any notes. You can read the title of the cards in your hand.
Alright.
So we may know if we have ones that may help each other. In order to decide what to play together with the other players. When everyone has drawn their cards, flip this and keep reading. Okay, so we have our cards. Alright, so on your turn, choose one of the following options. Play a card from your hand face up on the table, or discard it face down in the archive. So if we think it's useful, we can play it face up on the table and read it aloud to everyone. Each card has a value from 1 to 10 in the upper left-hand corner, like that. So you can play it only if its value is equal to or less than the number of cards in the archive. So right now we can only play cards with a value of 1.
Yep.
And if we think a card is not useful, discard it face down in the archive. Keep them partially overlapped so we can count how many there are. We can't tell others what's in them until the end of the investigation, but I think we should try to remember just in case it's useful later.
Yeah.
Like have a vague idea of it.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna have to discard some cards or we won't have enough to.
Yep.
Alright. Important. The numeric value of a card represents the time it would take to follow that lead. You must decide how useful each lead is yourself. At the end of your turn, draw the top card from the deck and add it to your hand. Now read the titles of your cards. The game starts with the player holding card number 12.
That's me.
Alright, so read the titles.
The State of Cornelius clues, the words of William clues, and the words of Alita.
Alright, so I got the portrait of Cornelius clues, the personal assistant, and the safe.
Alright.
So you go first. Play or discard.
I'm gonna play. This one seems pretty important to me.
Alright.
The words of Alita. Mr. Cornelius was old and suffering from asthma after his terrible accident. Dr. Brahm, that charlatan, suggested he should move here to the countryside in order to assist him up close. Mr. Cornelius has run the business by correspondence from here. I was both his personal assistant and the one in charge of the house chores.
Alright. So she probably knew what was going on in his business and stuff.
Yeah, she was, his assistant, so.
Yeah, alright.
Should I draw a card?
Yep. I'm going to discard his portrait, the portrait of Cornelius Clues.
Alright.
So, just because I don't think that has any useful information. And then I draw one card. Alright, so now we can play cards with a value of 2.
Okay, with a value of 2.
Yeah. But really, if you have anything, it'd be good to get some discarded cards, because I have some higher value ones that I think I need to play.
Yeah, alright.
If you have
I
any.
discard a 2.
Alright.
The portrait, do I tell you?
You can only tell me the title.
Oh, the portrait of Henrietta.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think the pictures, like it's the pictures on the wall.
Yeah.
I don't think they have any useful
Yeah, that's the
information.
picture right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, so how many do we have in there?
3. So you can play up to a 3, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna play the safe. And this guy says it wasn't broken into. It can be opened only by activating some hidden dials known only to me and my poor father. So this has the company financial statements and a pistol. And they said it was open, and he's saying it wasn't broken into.
Alright.
And he says only him and his dad can open it, so that means one of them must have opened it?
Yeah. I'm gonna play this too. The words of William Clues, which is that guy on that picture.
Okay.
My father was closed-minded, but he managed to keep up the company name, at least until my mother died. This morning we discussed an important matter. I suggested we expand our business to South America. There's so much gold down there. I've always dreamt of leading an expedition to look for new commercial routes. I've been asking this for a long time, but I never managed to convince him. He was very stubborn. His stubbornness.
We got a bunch of half cards.
Yeah.
I feel like these are all important, and I can't play one, and I can't play 2 of them, and I don't want to discard the other one. I have the other half of the safe and the son of Cornelius.
Okay.
Are the titles of these 2.
Yeah.
And the personal assistant. These all seem important timing wise, but
So we got 3 here, so you can play at 3.
yeah.
Or discard, right?
Yeah, the problem is I want to play all of these, and 2 of them are 4s.
Oh. Oh. So you gotta decide.
Yeah. But I think this is important timing wise. See, like these are about the character or stuff. This is like timeline of the crime.
Okay.
Around 1 p.m., I brought him some cheese, the leftover half of a pie, a glass of white wine, and the tobacco for his pipe. It was just an ordinary day. So he was alive at 1.
Okay.
Around 4 p.m., I came here to clear the table, and I found him dead, lying on his desk. The safe was open, and I saw a shadow jumping out through the window, so I cried as loud as I could to call for help. So, according to her, he died sometime between 1 and 4.
Alright. Oh, it connects with that card. That's cool.
We're just going to be getting higher numbers, aren't we? Yes, so,
I'm up, right?
yeah, we're going to have to start discarding stuff. We're going to have no choice.
Alright, I'll discard this one. The Cornelius Cluse estate. There's a 4.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's the numbers on them, it's the number of cards in there.
Yeah, it's 4.
Yeah.
There's 4 of them.
Oh, I thought you said you discarded a 4.
No.
Now I have the coachman. I'm not sure. Maybe these are. Well, I know this one's going to be important. This is a 4. The safe. This has a certificate of authenticity for the necklace that's missing. It says it's authentic and its estimated value of 42,000 florins. there's a notice from the Indian Trading Company. Following the considerable decline in profits of last year, we await the results of year-end financial statements of the Clues Company to be able to reconfirm the commercial license. So apparently they didn't do too well in the last year.
Yeah.
So here's financial statements from 97. So they would need the records from 98, I guess? Year-end financial statement. No, this is May. So this is what they want, the 67 ones, I think. 97. This will was written after this note. And in our introduction, it says it's June 18th. So this last will and testament was written the day before he died.
Alright.
And these numbers just keep going up, by the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna discard some stuff, I guess, just to... I don't think that's important. Okay.
Yeah, even though this is higher, I don't think it's important. So now I have the son of Cornelius, the coachman, and the carved pipe. We need to read the titles just so we know if we have something that may relate.
Oh, I have the grandson of Cornelius, the birthday present, and the necklace has vanished.
Necklace has been, I don't know. Alright, so this is the son, and now you have the grandson.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
well, these two possibly could. It was the envy of Tobias. I have something called the carved pipe, but I see the pipe on the floor there.
Yeah, let's see, where is it? Oh yeah,
So I don't.
it's a pipe.
I don't feel like it's important. It's not like stolen or anything. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's still there.
I'm gonna discard this.
Alright.
Now I have the president of the Clues Company.
Cool. I'm up, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna discard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I guess I'll tell you that it's the birthday present.
Yeah. I didn't think that was important.
7.
Alright, I'm gonna play a card now.
Okay.
The son of Cornelius.
Oh, there you go.
This is his timeline. So after I talked to my father, I went to the city. Then Tobias brought me back here around 3:30 p.m. So, and she says she found him dead at 4, so somewhere between 3:30 and 4.
Yeah.
My father heard us coming back and he leaned out to greet us. I went to the city to buy this present for my son. Tomorrow is his birthday.
Okay.
So, like, I didn't think the present itself was
Yeah,
probably
I had
helpful.
the present, yeah. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna play the grandson.
Okay.
Yesterday, Grandpa had to go to the notary in the city, so he asked me to go with him. He was old and seriously sick, but I never imagined he would leave us this early. What did I do today? I've been in the garden the whole time reading a script. Remember my name. One day I'll be a great actor. I was just thinking like the garden.
Yeah,
Like
there's
the
footprints.
Yeah, the footprints.
That's interesting, considering. I have the words of Peter now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is him.
Oh. I got the words of Tobias.
So Tobias is the coachman.
Yeah. Okay.
So I feel like this may be important. It's the other half of the portrait.
Oh.
The president of the Clues Company. This role is inherited only once the president in office dies. So.
Oh, we have to do this. Plot twist.
Oh.
Well, I'll let you finish.
Well.
It says to read it immediately when it's revealed.
Oh, so you drew the card, so
Yeah.
just read it.
Sorry, I didn't read it. You hear a coach approaching. A mocking yet stern-looking old man exits the carriage. Alita leads him to Mr. Cornelius' study. It's Dr. Brahm, the doctor who attended the victim. Flip this card, read it out loud, and keep it face up on the table, and keep playing. Oh.
The doctor's got something to say.
The words of the Dr. Brahm. Considering that Mr. Clues did not have the strength to stand up, nor to call for help, I think he died because of poison.
Ooh.
Luckily, I have a poisons handbook with me. Give me some time to consult it with all due calm. Let's see, run out of space.
Well, from what we know so far, she
Yeah,
gave
keep
him
this.
lunch.
Yeah,
She had an
Put this
opportunity
off.
to pay him. We'll put those up here too.
okay.
The archive.
Yeah, we'll put the archives up there. I'll just say how many.
Alright, I've got the president of the Clues Company. So this is talking about how the role is inherited. So only once the guy dies. So maybe somebody wanted to be president, so they killed him to get the role. And it says he has great responsibilities. If the profits drop for 2 consecutive years, the Indian Trading Company revokes all commercial licenses to the company, in fact, causing it to go bankrupt. So maybe someone was not happy about how he was running things, because it does say they were dead.
Alright,
Oh, I got a book with a dedication.
nice. I'm gonna discard the blueberry pie.
The blueberry pie.
Yeah, so that leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in the archive. And I have William talks about Peter.
Who is William again? Do we know? Oh,
Uh,
it's the son, William Clues.
okay, it's the son.
Alright. Let's see. I'll just read what this says. I'm coming up with a theory.
Okay.
No, maybe that won't work. Alright, I'm gonna put down the words of Peter right now.
Okay.
So recently, Grandpa was not himself anymore, but he loved me. He insisted that I move to London to study law and natural sciences, paying for the studies, room, and board. He had in mind a specific future for each one of us. But put that together with what he says over here, how he wants to be an actor.
Yeah.
That's not what his grandpa wanted for him.
Oh, alright.
And it also says he went to a notary the other day, which is when the will was signed. So maybe he knows who's in the will.
Okay.
So that's just my
Nice. Alright, I'm gonna put the words Tobias down.
Okay.
I accompanied Mr. Willem here at around 10 a.m. He had talked to Mr. Cornelius. He brought 4 sacks of new spices. They were quite heavy, and I dragged them one by one into the study. After a while, I heard them fighting. Mr. Willem got back in the coach and asked me to take him immediately to Amsterdam. So, that sounds like something important.
So he was fighting with his dad or his son?
It says Willem and Mr. Cornelius.
Okay, yeah, so he was fighting with the dead guy.
Okay. That's interesting. And I get Peter talks about Willem and there's a plot twist again.
Oh.
Let's see. Read this card immediately when revealed. Since Mr. Clue's death had been established, you decide to open the will found in the safe looking for clues. Flip this card and the next one, read them out loud and keep them face up on the table, then keep playing. There you go.
The will of Cornelius Clues. Noting that the rules imposed by the India Trading Company prescribe that the office of president of the Clues Company is always inherited by a younger person. Yeah, so
Okay.
like it makes it so that I didn't need to put out this because like.
Yeah.
I hereby certify that on June the 17th, 1698, the current president, Cornelius Clues, in the presence of Mr. Peter Clues as witness, drew up the following will, which replaces the previous one. So that's the note from the notary saying the will is, he watched the will.
Alright. And that one too, it said.
I, the undersigned Cornelius Clues, declare the following in the presence of the notary Merlin Belt? I don't know. At my death, half of my possessions are to be given to my son, William Clues. The other half, and the office of president of the Clues Company for life, shall be given to my beloved grandson, Peter Clues. Alright. So, I think we're starting to know what happened.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
is not happy
Yeah.
because he knows his grandpa's given the company to him, I think.
Okay.
He doesn't want it.
Yeah, he wants to be an actor.
He
Yeah.
wants the company, but it's not being given to him.
Oh, wow.
That's probably what he was arguing with the guy about.
Yeah. So it could be one of
So
them.
technically, it depends if somebody's lying, though.
That's true, yeah.
He says he saw him alive at 3:30. You know. He could be lying.
Of course.
Alright, so it's my turn.
Yep.
Alright, we have 7 up there, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yes, alright, I'm gonna play the coachman. We came back here at around 3:30. Shortly after, I was in the garden feeding the horse and talking to Mr. Peter. Suddenly we heard a thud, and a few moments later, Alida screaming. We ran to the study where we found her pointing to poor Mr. Clues. They sent me straight away to the city to call you. My horse is exhausted.
Alright.
So here's the thing. I think that confirms that he wasn't there.
Okay.
If they were talking to each other,
Yeah.
but no one confirmed that he actually saw him alive at 3:30.
Alright.
Like he said they got back at 3:30. He says he leaned out to greet us. Now does he say that he saw him? I don't think he did.
He accompanied Mr. Willem here at around 10 a.m. He talked to Mr. Cornelius, brought 4 stacks of new spice. They were quite heavy. After a while, I heard them fighting. Mr. Willem got back in the coach and asked me to take him to Amsterdam.
There's only 3 stacks of spice in there.
Really?
Yeah.
4 sacks. That's interesting.
I wonder if that has anything to do with anything.
Let's see.
Let me draw a new card. Let me. Okay. Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah, was it?
The Poisons Handbook.
Oh.
I have the Diary of Alita, a book with a dedication, and the Poisons Handbook.
I have William talks about Peter, Peter talks about William, and the necklace has vanished. It's like
The necklace has vanished sounds important, but I don't know
I
if it like.
I think it has anything to do with anything.
Okay.
That's my guess. Like I don't know what the necklace has to do with anything. like what's going on here.
I think this is very important.
So I'm gonna discard that. We'll see if it.
Alright,
You're up.
this is important. I don't know where it's from, but it's important. The
Yep.
Poisons Handbook.
Okay.
Now, Paxillum, it's got a picture of a mushroom.
Oh, it's
Which looks
mushrooms.
exactly like
right
that
there.
mushroom outside.
Okay. Yeah, it's I remember that.
If the very spicy lamella of the fungus Paxillum batavicus are ingested raw, it leads to paralysis and death within 3 hours.
Wow.
And then there's this other thing that says its bulb is used as a rat poison. The animal is attracted by its aromatic smell, gnaw it, and quickly come to death. I think that's how he died. I think he was poisoned.
Yeah.
And it says if it's leads to death within 3 hours. So there's really, if she brought his lunch at 1 and he was dead at 4,
Yeah.
you know?
She could have poisoned him.
Let's say we're running out. We technically have this out, but maybe,
We can move something. Maybe.
yeah, just like, I don't know. Well, we still have room a little bit.
Alright. Figure it out if we run out of room.
Alright, so I think that's what happened. He was poisoned. Who poisoned him? I don't know. The book on the desk.
Like, I don't think any of these are really important.
Alright.
You know what I mean? Like any of these. I'm gonna discard the watering can. I got a watering can.
Oh, okay. There's a watering can here,
Really? Oh yeah, right there.
but
Alright.
it might not be important to anything, it's just there.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's probably important. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like we already know this. I feel like one of these is important and the other two are not.
Alright.
Could be, but... this is worth 8. The Diary of Alita, June 5th.
So that's her.
Yes, and June 5th, it's like about 2 weeks before this.
Alright.
Today that darn doctor,
Uh-huh.
with quotation
dude.
marks,
Brom.
Brom went too far. He always tries to paint me in a negative light with Mr. Cornelius. He wants to appear essential, but I think he never really studied medicine. He always looks things up in his books, even the smallest ones.
Okay.
So, I don't know. That could point to either of them.
Yeah.
I want to know who owns the Poisons book.
Yeah.
Like, the question is, she could have poisoned him, or the doctor could have given him some poison. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I have the other half of the Poisons book.
Oh, you gonna put that down?
Yeah. Arsenic. Odorless and tasteless. In less than an hour, about 1/10 of a gram dissolved in water causes nausea and vomiting, followed by fatal damage to the intestines. Belladonna. Its fruits, if ingested even in small doses, cause a severe paralysis that leads to death within 2 to 3 hours.
So do we see either of those
Yeah,
plants
any of those
here?
plants there?
Well, we see the mushrooms.
Ooh, plot twist.
There's a jar on the desk that looks maybe like the arsenic jar.
Okay.
Outside, do we see any of these? Nothing, I'd say nothing definitive in the way of either of those.
Okay, plot twist. I've just completed my research on poisons. I have a stunning revelation to make. Flip this card and read it out loud.
Is that the doctor saying that?
Yeah. The doctor of Cornelius. I am pretty sure that death has been caused by the fungus Pexilium bativicus. The mushrooms.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, the mushrooms. Because there's mushrooms in the yard.
Yeah.
Tobias, please help me carry the body to the coach. I must move it to my study for further investigation. And here we go. With a decisive attitude, Dr. Brahm orders the others to load Cornelius's body on the coach. Then he leaves quickly. Flip this card and place it in the crime scene so that it covers card B, the one showing the victim. Is it over here?
He knocked his cup on the floor when he did that.
Oh,
I want to see
something different.
he knocked his cup and a book on the floor.
My new card I got is the leftovers.
Oh,
Maybe he ate something.
I have the spices. I want to see something here, because
What are you thinking?
there's a picture on one of my cards and I'm comparing it to
Oh,
stuff. Can I see him? May be important later. Ah, okay.
oh.
I'm really interested in the fact that he says they brought in 4 sacks of spices and there's only 3.
Alright. Did you steal one?
Thing is, I can't think of a motive for him
Yeah.
to kill the guy.
Okay.
Well, alright, I'm not sure about these, so I'll discard this one. A book with a dedication.
We're up to 11 cards in the archive.
Alright.
I don't think these. William talks about Peter and Peter talks about William is important.
Okay.
So. Okay.
Because right now, I think we got the thing that these two were not happy about the inheritance situation. But I don't know if they did anything about it, but they were not happy about it.
Yeah, okay.
She is suspicious of the doctor for some reason.
Yep.
I don't know why. I don't know if there's any cause for either of them to kill him.
Yeah.
But I feel whatever poisoned him is at the house. So I don't think it was the doctor.
Yeah.
Because he probably would have brought something with him.
I'm thinking it's her. That's my gut feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see.
Alright, I'm gonna play this, the sacks of spices.
Alright.
Because it's starting to make me suspect somebody else.
Okay.
I don't know. Eh. Does he say where he was when he died?
He mentioned he was in the garden, but I don't know when that was.
What did I do? I've been in the garden the whole time reading a script. What does Tobias say? Tobias says he was talking to him, right?
Where's Tobias? This guy?
Does he say he was talking to Peter when they heard it?
Shortly after, I was in the garden feeding the horse and talking to Peter. Suddenly, we heard a thud, and a few moments later, Alita screaming.
I don't know.
Oh, this is confusing. We ran to the study, where we found her pointing to poor Mr. Clues.
Alright, I don't know if this is going to help, but it might be good. You said we have 11 there?
Yeah.
Alright, the book on the desk. You check the account book on the desk. This is written on the last page.
Uh-huh.
So, paychecks. He's paying her $400.
Uh-huh.
He's paying him $120.
Ooh.
And he's paying him $1,900.
Okay.
So,
That's difference in pay.
yes.
You can see some,
I mean, it makes sense that they're paid, these two are paid less than him, but still.
Yep.
I could see either of them being upset that they're getting paid so low.
Yep.
And she apparently helps him with accounts, so she might know that she's getting a lot less than the other guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, they made a lot less money. It says... Yeah, 96 they made 270,300.
Okay.
97 they made 156,200.
Yeah.
98 they made only 110,000.
Yeah.
So profits are going way down.
Yep. Alright, I'm gonna play.
Oh, plot twist. I turned it up this time.
Read it.
Alright, another coach arrives. The notary who drew up the will has learned about Cornelius' death. So he rushed here to assist you and examine the document. Flip this card, read it out loud, and keep it face up on the table. Then read the next. Okay. The words of the notary. I confirm that the will is valid. It was drawn up in my office just yesterday and to replace the previous one. All named persons will receive immediately what is stated. However, the law excludes from the beneficiaries those who have not yet turned 20 years old.
Huh.
So it's probably him. I'm thinking he's 18.
Okay.
Because of a thing I discarded earlier.
Oh, alright.
There could not be a will without an heir. In this case, all that would be Mr. Peters' will therefore go by right to Mr. William.
Okay.
Alright. The case must be closed. Keep playing, but do not draw any cards until all players run out of cards. When you're done, flip this card. So, we have to play our remaining cards.
Okay.
So, here's my... Alright, so maybe what happened is he could have also killed his dad so that he would inherit because he killed him before his son was able to take over.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I'll play Alita Talks About Peter.
Okay.
Poor boy, tomorrow is even to be his party. His grandfather's gone, his grandmother's necklace is missing. A real disgrace. Peter told me he saw the killer too, but he didn't have enough time to stop him. So, just like he's saying that he saw the killer and he didn't have enough time to stop him.
And she said the killer jumped out the window. So does that mean they're both agreeing that the killer was a guy?
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
She says she brought him cheese, leftover half of a pie, white wine, tobacco for his pipe. I'm trying to think if she could have hid the poison in any of those. But
Wait, what did she bring him?
Cheese, leftover half of a pie, a glass of white wine, and tobacco for his pipe.
So I got the leftovers.
Oh.
I can play it next if you want to see
Alright,
it.
it's my turn. Alright, I'm going to play. So we can't draw any until you run out of cards. Alright, I'm going to talk. Peter talks about Alita.
Okay.
She must be in shock. When she told us about the thief, my father didn't want to believe her. But with my own eyes, I saw a man jump out of the study window and run away from the back of the house.
You saw a man.
So these two are agreeing with each other.
They could be in and on it together.
You know what's interesting?
What?
There's a bloody handprint outside the window. But
It would be inside.
everybody says he was poisoned. What's with the bloody handprint?
That's interesting.
You know?
Yeah.
It's a red handprint.
Yeah.
What, like,
I don't know.
it confuses me.
I'll play the leftovers. There's the leftovers.
He ate only one bite of the pie, but all of the cheese.
Yeah. And then whatever was in the, was it wine or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
It says it's very spicy
Really?
in here.
Okay.
He
So
would
he
have
couldn't
known
handle
it. It probably wouldn't be in the pie, or if it was, the pie didn't taste right.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I think? I'm wondering if the murder
Mm-hmm.
and the necklace have nothing to do with each other. Like, if someone murdered him
Mm-hmm.
and someone else stole the necklace and ran out the window.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe. Yeah.
There's three
It's two
questions.
separate things.
There's three things we have to... How did Cornelius Clues die?
Mm-hmm.
Poison.
Poison, yeah.
But, is his death linked to the will? And what happened to the necklace?
Oh. I threw away a card that said it was missing.
Yeah, well, we already knew it was missing.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think we can just play these.
Yeah.
So I have the sacks of spices. They are leaning in front of Cornelius's desk. They are made from thin cotton. They contain pepper, turmeric, and rice. Now, what I find interesting about this, while I was looking at people's clothes, is he said they brought in 4 sacks.
Yeah. There's 3.
Did he lie? Did someone take out a sack?
Yeah.
And there's a button in front of them, and it's his button. Look, he's
Oh,
missing.
look, he's missing one.
So
Okay.
did that happen when he helped move the sacks in? Did that happen later? Why is there a missing sack?
Yeah.
What the hell's going on?
Yeah. I guess I'll just play this. William talks about Peter. I love him, but since his mother died, he has sought relief in books first and then in theater. He said he is looking for freedom. I am patient. I know that soon he'll grow up and become a man worthy of the Clues family.
And we also have William talks about Alita. This is not a secret. I just can't stand her. She pretends to be kind with my father, but to me she is an evil person capable of any infamous act in order to achieve her goals.
Alright.
I'm starting to come up with a theory. If you want to hear it.
Alright, let's hear the theory.
Here's my theory is that somebody poisoned him.
Yeah.
And I think Tobias might have stolen the necklace.
Okay. Tobias is
Him.
the coachman. Okay.
He is not paid as much. He's paid the least.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if he snuck in the window, because they both say they saw a man running out the window.
Yeah, so it's probably him.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking either she or him poisoned the guy.
I
And
think
maybe-
it's her.
And if the necklace was in the safe, right?
Yeah.
Or is it just missing?
It was in the safe, and it was missing from the safe. I'm pretty sure I had a card that said that.
Yeah.
That was discarded.
Right here it says they tell you a necklace is missing.
Yeah.
I wonder if he opened the safe
Mm-hmm.
to make it look like it was a robbery or something. But the bloody handprint is still confusing me.
Yeah, that doesn't make, unless he hurt himself going
Maybe
in and
it's-
out of the window.
Maybe it's not blood.
It could be. It
Maybe
could be
it's
the
pie.
pie. It could be pie.
Alright.
Right there.
Yeah. It's pie.
Okay. Once you run out of cards, flip this card. The end of the investigation. Now that all the cards have been played or archived, you may speak freely of your theories on the case.
Oh.
Which
Was I not supposed
which
to
we
do that
kind of
yet?
did. You can also talk about the cards you've archived that you remember, but you cannot reveal them nor read them. When you are ready, proceed to the next card.
Alright, so what did I archive? I had the other half of his portrait. He has a girlfriend in Paris, I think, who sent him a book.
Alright.
Because there was a book that said, oh, now that you've come of age, it's been hard not seeing you for a year. Now that you've come of age, we can be together.
Yeah.
So, I don't know that was important.
I discarded the tonic. It was like the medicine
Yeah.
that he had, and it said that the doctor charged a ton of money for it. I discarded the state. It said it had like a gate you couldn't get through.
Did you say you had something called pie?
Yeah. Did I? Yeah. Did I have pie? Yes, I did. Yeah.
Is there anything important about that?
I don't remember. I think it was just a picture of the pie.
Oh.
I don't think it said anything.
Try to remember if I had anything else. I don't know. So do we have to come up with a theory?
It says, speak freely of your theories on the case.
Oh, well, we don't have to come up with anything definite yet? Like, we don't have to say this is what we think?
No, it doesn't say that. When you are ready, proceed to the next card, it says.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, put that over there. Now it is time to give a solution. Read and answer each question before reading the next one. Use the clips to indicate your answers. Where's the clips?
There.
Flip this card. You can change your answers at any time. If you guess correctly, you score points. If you are wrong, there are no penalties. Each question tells you how many clips to use and how to select your answers.
Okay.
Now discard this card and read the question. Okay. What caused the death of Cornelius Clues? Choose an answer and mark it with a clip, then proceed to the next question. Arsenic, belladonna, Paxilium, Scilla, or other. It was the mushrooms, right?
Yes, that's what I think. So do we not turn it over? Or what
It
do we do?
says do not flip this card. That's
Okay.
what it says. Question 2. Who murdered Cornelius Clue? Choose one or two characters and mark them with a clip. Be careful not to accuse innocent people, then proceed to the next question.
Can I say?
Yeah.
Oh, Cornelius committed suicide. I don't think that's it. I'm guessing him or her.
Yeah. I think it's her.
Okay.
That's me. That's my opinion.
Alright, let's do that.
Alright. Why was Cornelius Clues killed? Choose an answer and mark it with a clip. To steal the necklace, to obtain the office of president, to get revenge of low salary, it was just an accident, or he wasn't killed. None of the above for a different reason.
Do we want to go with low salary?
Yeah. Who stole the necklace? You think it's
I think it's
Tobias. Yeah, I can go with that, Tobias.
Alright. You're kind of tilting these cards up. I don't want to see.
Alright. Where is the necklace now? Pick the two halves of your answer by marking each one with a click.
Oh, we were supposed to...
In the house, outside, someone has it. In plain view, hidden, or in pieces. Somebody has it? Or it's in the house? Let's see if I can find it for somebody.
Yeah, oh, maybe this is it.
What?
The ripped bag outside. Maybe they went out the window and shoved it in that bag.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So it would be outside, hidden?
Is that an option?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be my guess.
Yeah.
Want to do that?
Alright.
Because there's a pile of it on the sill.
Okay.
Maybe they shoved it... Well, also, there's a rip in the bag of spices.
Yeah.
Maybe they shoved it in one of the bags of spices inside.
Okay. I need another one.
Oh. Oh, we can pick more than one?
Yeah, it was in the house, like the options in the house, outside, or someone has it, and then in plain view, hidden, or in pieces.
Oh. Yeah, let's go with outside.
Okay, outside. The solution, when you want to confirm your answers, flip this card. Depending on your chosen answers, you may not have used all 7 clips. After flipping this card, you can no longer change your answers. So I just want to...
Wait, so we could do more than one on some of these?
Some of them say... This one has... There's one that you can... One was choose 1 or 2 characters. And who murdered Cornelius.
That actually might be him and her then. They could have collaborated.
Okay.
Because he wanted, and she had access to his food, and he wanted him dead. And if he was in charge, he could raise her salary. Alright.
Yeah. So we got salary, revenge on low salary. The guy who stole the necklace is the coachman. He was poisoned with mushrooms.
Of course, if there's only one option for this, because these two would have 2 different...
Yeah, 2 motives.
Did we have one where he was talking about his son? Yeah, over there. Can I see that?
Yeah, right.
Maybe just go with her.
Okay, just her? How do you feel about the other stuff? I feel okay.
Yeah, I feel okay. I'm not entirely sure, but I feel somewhat.
Okay, flip the question cards 1 by 1 in order 1 to 5. Read the explanation for each answer. You can also read the cards mentioned in the explanation again, both played and archived. Then read the next card. So question 1, here we go. What caused the death of Cornelius Clues? Paxillium poisoning. Whoa.
Are we wrong?
Let's see. Cornelius was poisoned with some belladonna berries, which grew in the garden. 3D scene. The berries, very similar to blueberries, were added to the half pie, which was served to Cornelius.
So I do see belladonna.
Okay.
That's what the purple is. Somebody snuck it in.
Yeah. Cornelius at around 1 p.m., therefore they did not poison anyone who tasted it before that moment. Cards 28 and 15. Let's see, 28 and 15. Where is it? Let's see, like the reference. That's kind of cool.
15 is one of the early ones. Oh. Here, because it was a leftover pie.
Here's 28. Oh, the pie.
Yeah, so this is saying everybody tried it. Because
Yeah.
if we had been like, oh, the bear. So I bet you it wasn't this because this is spicy. He would have noticed it in his food.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Cornelius had eaten much of the pie. Has eaten much of the pie. Only one slice is left. Card 28.
Mm-hmm.
Which is...
That's this one.
Okay, 28. Belladonna acts in a couple of hours, so having eaten it after 1 p.m., Cornelius died slightly after 3:30 p.m. after he greeted William as he was returning to the mansion, 21, 30, and 41.
Mm-hmm. That's here.
Okay. Belladonna poisoning. The other poisons do not match. Arsenic causes vomit, which is not present in the scene.
Yep.
The Skilla vinegar in the tonic is not toxic to people, 38 and 20. Taxilium resembles pipe tobacco, but it loses its properties when cooked. If it is switched for tobacco, then the fire of the pipe would have neutralized it.
See, that was my other... I was wondering about that, but it says ingested, so, and
Yeah.
raw, so.
This fungus could not be added in any other way to Cornelius's food, as it would be noticed by the victim and its spicy flavor would raise suspicion.
Yeah.
Dr. Brahm was wrong. Number 44, card 44. So he led us away.
What did he say?
He said he was poisoned by the fungus.
Oh, yeah, this lady was saying she didn't think he was a good doctor somewhere in her diary.
Alright, yeah.
She said he had to look stuff up all the time.
Yeah, so he wasn't even... Okay. So that's that one. You want to do 2?
Alright. Who murdered him? We guessed the housekeeper. Oh! Wrong.
Yeah.
It was Peter, his grandson.
His grandson?
Right there. We just
Wow.
were wrong all over. See, this was a very important card.
Wow.
Because this is the one that says he requested the pie to
Oh.
be made.
I blew it.
He asked Alita to prepare a blueberry pie, knowing he could hide the belladonna berries in it, which he knows since he studied natural sciences. Yeah, said that somewhere.
Yeah.
He knows that his grandfather waters the blue tulips beloved by Henrietta, and that he would lean out the small balcony to do so. So, his grandfather would lean out this window
Yep.
to get the watering can
Yeah.
to water these flowers, is what
Okay.
it's saying.
Alright.
Oh, did this say we scored points? Because this one does.
Yeah, I forgot.
Well, we got it wrong, so I guess we don't get 3
No
points.
points.
No points. So, in that moment, because he was in the garden, he entered the house through the other window, leaving footprints on the carpet. Then he put the berries in the half pie that Alina brought Cornelius for lunch. Since Peter had to act fast, he stained his hands with the jam when he exited, leaving handprints beside the window. Yeah, that's what that was.
Okay.
It's blueberries.
Yeah.
We're just very wrong.
Yep.
It's too complicated for us.
Yeah.
He tried to support the story of a thief passing through, but there are no prints leading to the lawn at the back of the house. And Tobias, who was with Peter, didn't see anyone. Or 23. There are no prints leading to the lawn at the back of the house. What? Okay, that one's kind of... How are we supposed to know that? I think it's saying the prints go down this path, which is to the garden, and they don't go this way to the lawn.
Oh, okay.
So, but I don't know how we were supposed to know that.
Yeah.
William was in the city when the pie was poisoned. Yeah. So they were saying, see, we didn't think about him not seeing a thief because we thought he might be the thief.
Yeah.
But he did say he was talking to Peter, and Peter didn't necessarily contradict that. So we would have gotten 3 points if we marked just him, 2 points if we did him and someone else. So we were wrong there too.
Okay. So
Next.
I guess we're wrong here. Why was Cornelius Clues killed?
Yeah, that
Get
wouldn't be...
revenge for low salary. But I feel like to steal the necklace to obtain the office of president.
What were the other options?
This feels like it's not any of those because he didn't want to.
It was for a different reason.
Yeah, it's for a different
It was
reason.
a different reason. He did.
He wanted to be an actor.
Yeah.
To avoid becoming the next president.
Yeah, it wasn't to become president. It was to avoid becoming president.
Peter was the only one who knew about the content of the just drawn up will, card 22. At the death of Cornelius, already old and sick, he would obtain the office of the president of the Clues Company, card 36. Because of his grandfather, who was losing it after his wife's passing, 16, 18, 29, and 30. The company would register a lower profit for the second year in a row within the next 6 months. Cards 40 and 19. This would result in losing the India Trading Company commercial license and therefore bankruptcy. Card 27 and 19.
He didn't want to be responsible for all that, huh?
Yeah. Who would, you know?
Yeah.
The only hope to save the Clues Company is to hand it over to his father as soon as possible. Peter knows he can't manage the company. He had delightful distractions in London, e.g. his love story with Elizabeth.
Yep, I had a book.
And the dream of becoming an actor, 22, 32, and 33. Peter may not resign in favor of his father, as the office lasts until one's death, 27. For all these reasons, he murdered his grandfather the day before turning 20 years old. Cards 21, 24, 28, and 47, because otherwise he would not have been able to prevent himself from being the heir. Card 49 and 27, which he clearly knows since he studied law. Card 29. This way, the company would go to William instead, card 49, and Peter would be free to pursue his acting career without putting the family business at risk. Speaking of his father, Peter said, "My father will be a worthy successor to my grandfather." But he gave himself away knowing the content of the will. He should expect to be the heir. Evidently, he knows about the clause that can prevent it. Card 35 and 49. None of the above for a different reason.
Yep. Or
Maybe we
how about
got
the
these
necklace?
right. Yeah.
Who stole the necklace? We said Tobias. It was her. She was my second guess.
Really?
Alina stole the necklace. She discovered Cornelius' body around 4 p.m. and she feared she would lose her well-paid job. I didn't think it was that way. Well-paid. She was better paid than him.
Yeah. So maybe she was okay with the pay, alright.
Because William could not stand her. Oh yeah. He didn't. I think I got rid of that card.
Oh, yeah?
There was a card saying he didn't like her.
Ah.
Oh no, it's over there. Okay. The safe was opened by Cornelius, who was working on the account books. Okay, so the dead guy opened the safe. And the account books stored inside. 40, 17, and 19. Oh, because, yeah, he had the books out.
Yeah.
When Alina saw the necklace, knowing its value is much greater than her paycheck, she grabbed it. Then she made up the thief story to lead investigations astray and to make believable a possible murder connected to the theft. But the only footprints on the carpet do not lead to the... I forgot about that. I said that at the beginning.
Yeah.
They do not lead to the safe.
That's right.
They stop at the desk.
Yeah.
Peter left them when he poisoned the pie, not the thief. Peter lied to support Alita's story to throw suspicions on the thief, but he was with Tobias, who saw no thief. Moreover, the prints outside in the garden do not go around the house. Therefore, Peter's version cannot be believed. Yeah. It's
Nice.
basically saying, yeah, that we just totally messed up everything.
Well, let's see if we got where the necklace is.
Well, you know what's interesting
What?
is if we did arrest these two people, we would send one wrong person to jail for theft that he didn't commit, and one person to jail for murder when she was just a thief.
Yeah. Alright, where's the necklace now? We said outside and hidden.
Yeah.
We got it right.
Oh! At least we know where the necklace is.
We got that right.
We got 1 out of 5.
Outside, hidden in a sack of spice under the window,
Yes.
3D scene. Alita had to hide it quickly before anyone arrived, so she used one of the 4 heavy sacks of spices set beside the desk by Tobias,
Yep.
which she closed and threw out of the window where others were lying. The sacks, however, are not very resistant, as you can see by the ripped sack in the crime scene. In
Yeah.
a rush, the sack thrown outside ripped open, and some of the spices spilled both on the edge of the window and in the garden. The thud caused by the fall of the sack was what caught the attention of Tobias, who was in the garden at the time.
Alright, so we got 1 right. How many
Good.
points did we get for that?
1. We got 1 point.
1 point. What's anything else it says over there?
Oh, let's see what these say. Hang on. Final scoring. When you have read all the solutions, flip this card to tally your score. 1. Okay, add up the points for each correct answer you gave. Your score is, we got 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
The case has been shelved. You can do better. That's what it says.
We could, yeah, I didn't do what. Well, at least we didn't get a 0,
Yeah.
which
Cool.
would have been the case has been buried.
See, we can restore the game. Reorder the cards 1 to 60.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, that was interesting. We didn't
Yeah.
do very good.
We
But-
did horribly, but we got through the game. So that's Decktective, the will without an error. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like this video and leave us a comment. Let us know what your favorite game is.